Right, just got another item I've modelled in Fusion 360. It's a 3-cylinder manifold or a V6 manifold or whatever. I've used Wolfgang Waldens tutorials to copy from. Guy's really good, check out his videos. He does lots of different software, Inventor, SolidWorks, and showing the different approaches to do the same thing on different software platforms or CAD platforms. So yeah, check him out. And what I'll do here is go through how I did this in Fusion 360.
So
I'll just bring you back to the start of Wolfgang's video. And you can see here he's got the 2D sketches, 50mm radius there and a 80mm radius on this one, and then he combines them with an intersection curve, blending them into one arc, and that's what forms these sweeps or lofts. In this case, you can do it two ways. You can do it with a sweep. In Fusion you can't do a taper on a sweep, so the pipe ends up being the same size both ends, but the way Wolfgang Waldens shows it is with a taper, and the only way to do a taper in Fusion is with a loft. It took me a fair bit of going to work it out, but I finally got there. So what I'll do is there we go. What I'll do is start from scratch, new design, and we're going to do a circle in this plane. Sorry, that's wrong, shouldn't have clicked on the origin. Just going to do a circle out here at 160mm, and give it some constraints. This one, vertical, and this one are coincident. So now we do some construction lines. Oops. I had to click that, not the stop sketch. Anyway, control click this one as well, making them into construction. Then we'll trim, circle. We'll do a line on the end of here and come up. And give that a dimension of 100. And that's it for that sketch. Now we do another sketch, and this time we do it on this plane. Do some lines up. We fillet it here. Get a 50mm fillet. Get some dimensions from here to here is 55, and from here to here is 100. There you go. So that is it for those sketches. Now we need to do a intersection curve. intersection curve, you don't start this with any active sketch, so click on that, and for the plane we'll just click on this plane. No, not that. Stop the sketch. What happened before is I clicked on that line instead of that plane. Alright, so now we need to give it, we need to select a curve, and ideally what you would want to then do is just select all these other lines and then have it come across, but it doesn't work. I've tried every way possible to make it work, it doesn't work. So what we do here is we turn that one off, so basically that gives us this curve. So then we go and do it again in the same sketch, intersection curve, and we choose this curve, and then we then go on and select these other curves, and that I can't get that to select or do anything. So basically all we're doing now is bringing that curve across and tying it into this curve at that point. That's that sort of radius where the fillet starts. Clicking, like if I turn that one off, click there, it doesn't bring it across. So this is the only way I've been able to get intersection curve to work. Like I say, ideally this all should be one line. So I can turn these other two sketches off. So that is now a 3D sketch of how that would look. But these lines are all separate. This is a separate line to this part, and you can't join them. I've looked high and low and can't work out a way to join them in Fusion, so you have to work around it. So in that sketch, so now we need to do our loft, and we need to sketch, and we need to create some planes first. So we need an offset plane, fire up the origin. So we need to offset this plane to here, which is 50mm. Okay, so that now allows us to sketch a circle on the end there, and then we need to do another plane here because these are two separate lines, so the loft won't follow this line. I'll show you what happens. Right, so we're sketching on that plane, circle on this end, make this one 50mm, then sub-sketch, and then another circle on this plane. So what we have to do now, so we can pick up that point on this plane, is to project it. So we click there. That now allows us to position our circle, snap to that point. So this is going to be 40mm. Right, so if I try to do a loft here now, it won't follow that line. Right, so we choose our two profiles. The other thing you want to do here, be careful of here, is when you select your profiles, don't select the outer edge of the circle. You'll be clicking there and going, what the hell? Control click, nothing working. What you got to do is click this part. Then you get your loft. And then you need to choose a chain for it to follow, but it can't. It says tool body creation failed. You can convert to center line, won't work because this is two separate lines. So what you end up having to do is create two separate lofts. So I need to create another plane along path. So we choose this path, we just bring it up to there. That's it. So now I can sketch a circle on that plane, but first I need to project that point. Now I can create my circle, and I'll make this half of what, in between 50 and 40, so it's 45. Right, so now we've got something that we can do a loft along. So loft, click here, click that line, done, and we create another loft. Turns the sketches off on you, so you've got to turn them back on. Don't need that one. We need to click there and there. We need to turn that sketch on and click that profile, and there you have it. So operation is join, so it joins these two bodies together. Alright, that's it. So that's our first bend. So now what we have to do is pattern this. We can add on that extra little bit here. We can do an extrude on this face, bring it out that 5mm that we couldn't include before, and that's basically the same thing. So now we pattern, select body, you can select this body and give it a direction on that axis, bring her along. We're doing spacing, so this is minus 85, that's 3 of, there, and that's that. And now we need to extrude this face. I can't remember what Wolfgang used in his video. We'll make it 250. It's long enough. So now we have to this is a solid now, so we have to, you can't, apparently you can't do a shell here because the calculations are fairly complex. I haven't tried it. I'll give it a quick try, see what happens. I've got a feeling it's gonna not work. Oh, yeah, she's locked up. I didn't like that. It's done something. This operation couldn't heal edited region of the model, so yeah, it doesn't like it. So alright, so what we need to do now is basically everything we've done there we need to do again. So then we come up, you can turn that, no, we need that sketch, you can turn that sketch off, turn our planes back on. So do it again, and circle, so on this plane, so this was 40mm, we'll make it 38. That's done. Hang on, ooh, that's no good, we didn't pick up that point, so we'll just undo that. It's highlighting, we should pick it up. No, see, it won't snap to there, so we need to project that point through onto this plane. Click on that. Open. Circle. There you go. So 38. Geez, your mind starts playing tricks on you when you start moving the model around in the 3D space. Cool, got lost again. Alright, so back to so create a sketch on, what the hell? Sorry, create a sketch, this plane, project, I need to include that up on the tab. I'm using it so much. Project that point. Put that up there as well. Alright, so this was 43. Stop sketch. And then the last one is create a sketch on this plane. We don't need to project anything, we'll just do the circle here because we've got the origin. And this was 48. Alright, so now we do our loft again. Alright, so this is the inside. So now we need the pattern for this body. You have to pattern, select body, body 4, direction, spacing minus 85, oh what was it again, 82, yep. 82, no I can't remember, I'll check it, 85, was 85, so we come back down here and edit that. 85. I think it's supposed to be 82. Yeah, it is actually, because these overlap a bit more, so I'll bring it back to 82. Yeah, these just overlap a hair. Alright, so we have our two groups. So turn that one off. So yeah, so that's the skinny one, so we need to extrude this surface, and we made it 250 before. So we should have the two surfaces there, yep. So now we need to combine these two tools, these two parts, these two bodies. So the target body is body 1 and the tool is body 4, and we want to cut, and you can tick keep tools. If you don't tick that, you'll lose this body, so if you tick it, it stays there. And that's done its cut. We can turn this off now, and there you go, it's all done. It's got the cutouts inside. Oh, I didn't do, you know what I did there, that was my extrude back here. So let's suppress the feature. Oh, it didn't work. What happened? I've missed a step. Oh, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Oh, hang on, let's turn these bodies back on, is it? There you go, sorry. Fusion turned that other body back on, so that's what threw me. We can turn these sketches off, so they'll take all them away. So you can see that, so we now have a nice smooth radius and join all the way through. You can see that they're all open. section analysis, faces, try on. So there you go, that's the cutaway. And we can move that up. So yeah, very cool. And the reason why that extrude on the end there didn't work is because I didn't do the 2mm centre part. So it's no big deal. So there you have it. Fusion 360.